Hey there, Jamie and Adrian. Hope you guys are having a great day today. This is your video lesson. 5 things I want to talk about. I'll go down the list, and if you have questions at the end or want me to look at anything, feel free to shoot that on over, and I'll do my best to answer. So cool, let's get to it. So first thing is the chromatic scale. I don't think I've introduced this one. I'll look back at my notes and I didn't see it, so let's go ahead and talk about that now. Chromatic scale is basically each note of the Western scale, all 12 notes played in succession from one after another, up the neck. And what it looks like, it goes just right up the neck and then back down. And what you're going to do is first get your fingers right over top of the second string, right? All curled and poised, right? I got my hand horizontal position right here. Play the open string, open B, first fret, second fret, third fret, and then fourth fret. If you notice, the most important thing about this is keeping our fingers right over top of the strings, or over top of the string, and especially the pinky. I see a lot of this when I first start teaching it. We want to be turned over top of the string. That way, if you're trying to do like a fast passage, you don't have to keep swinging your fingers back and forth like this. So over top, second fret, third fret, fourth fret. I get right here, I shift up to the next one. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th fret, 10th fret, 11th fret, 12th fret. Back down, same thing. The whole hand moves as one, right? When I'm playing, I'm not doing this right here. My thumb stays put. My thumb comes along for the ride, and I move from my shoulder right here, the big muscles. So I move from here. This can adducts back to your body, and you adduct away. So here. Shift, shift, right. So you'll be in open position here, or first position, and then you'll be in 5th position, and then 9th position because it's the 9th fret right there, 5th position because it's 5th fret, and first position because you're in 1st fret right here. Work on that for me. Next thing is note reading. I haven't checked that for a few weeks, so make sure we do that when you're back in here next time. Your assigned pages 14 and 15. Excuse me. Out of your note reading book. I think we did 12 and 13 last time. I was getting over a cold, so a little scratchy. So we have pages 14 and 15. There's nothing new in here that we haven't talked about. It's all the same, the added C note that we talked about from last time. So I'd like for you for next time to be able to do, we'll have a note quiz. I will just have you just name the notes on the page. So I'll point to one of these exercises. I'm like, all right, name those notes for me. And then you have to find their position on the fretboard for me as well. So I'll say, what note is that? C. Okay, where is it on the guitar? It's right there. Oh my gosh. And so be able to do that for me for next time. And then thirdly, the guitarist waves, where we started here with our Loch Ness Monster, right? Waving back here, making sure that you fold these fingers in, not this right here, not curling, but folding the hand in half, fingers coming back towards the thumb right there. Just like that right there. Then we brought it over top of the strings, thumb on 5, and we did a brush stroke. And we were careful not to rotate the do this motion with the hand and the arm moving this way. We're going to keep them very still, and we're going to move over. We're moving from the big knuckles here. So if I turn to the side, brushing the strings, we need to keep as still as possible. Right? What we want to make sure to do is make sure to keep the fingers over top of the strings. So we don't want you to pull back here like this, like even though, again, I'm relatively straight, or relatively keeping this still. Right, you should be over top of the strings, and there's a slight bend in the wrist. The way the bend in the wrist is more or less kind of like if you were just staying there and you let your arm just kind of fall. And that natural bend in the wrist is kind of what we're going for right there. So something like about there-ish is what you want. And so I sit here, slight bend in the wrist, right? Fingers over top of the strings, and so not pull back like this, but more over top. Brush the strings. And then the next step what we'll do is it'll be something like this. And that'll be a good chunk of book 2. Probably the first third of book 2 will be stuff like that. And then by the end of book 2, we'll be doing some basic arpeggios and things. All right, and then let's see here. Steady hands prep. I'll talk about it in just a second, but I'm assuming Bach Tans is coming along nicely. And where steady hands prep is our A scale. Combined with the note D. We'll alter that scale slightly. We'll make it Mixolydian. I think we talked about that. I remember us talking about that one time. Let's go back and look at my notes. Because it'll be that, and just the right hand prep. Right, will be steady hands. So make sure to practice that A scale with the added bass note in the middle. And then lastly, like I said just a second ago, make sure you have your Bach Tans prepared for next time. I remember I assigned last time the challenge part of the song. See if you can pick out the rest of the tune, and I'll try to see if I can hear it for next time. All right, so work on those 5 things for me. Like I said, if you have questions for me, look at anything, feel free to shoot that on over. If not, I'll see you same time next time. Take care.